All right, guys, so today we are going to talk about counters and number lines, and we have already done that with adding and subtracting, but today we are going to do it with multiplying and dividing. So what I really need you to understand is that when we are multiplying or dividing, we are talking about groups. So if you see groups, we are going to be multiplying or dividing. And we also, like on a number line, if you see hops instead of straight lines, that's also going to be multiplying or dividing. Straight lines on a number line is adding and subtracting. Hops are going to be multiplying or dividing. So let's look at this first one. It says, which expression is represented by the model? So automatically, I see I have pieces grouped into three. So how many groups do I have? I have 1, 2, 3 groups, and that 3 is going to be a positive 3 because I have 3 groups. And then I have negatives on the inside, and I have 5 of those. But those are negative, so this is a group of -5, -5, and -5. So again, since I have groups, I know B is going to be wrong because it says adding, so that is out. And D is also wrong because it is adding. So I am between A and C. And then I can match my numbers. I have a positive 3, A has a -3, C has a positive 3, so my answer would be C. Because this is saying I have 3 groups of -5. All right, let's look at the next one. What expression is represented on the number line? So on this number line, again, we start at 0, so I have my 0. Where it ends is what it equals. So this equals -9. And I have hops. So when we were adding and subtracting, we had those straight lines. On this one, we have hops. So they are covering more than one number at a time. They are skip counting. And they are counting by -3s. So -3 is going to be one of my numbers. And how many hops did they have? They had 1, 2, 3. So that means times 3. And that equals -9. So again, I have -3, which represents this. They did that 3 times, which represents this. And then where it ends, it equals -9. And then if you actually did solve that, 3 times 3 is 9. And my integer man, I have a negative and a positive, so it would give me that -9. So that is correct. All right, next one, which expression is represented by the model? So again, I have groups, so that means multiplying or dividing. So A is dividing, B is adding, so that is out. C, this is 3 times -6 because there's nothing there, so that is multiplying. And then again, this is -2 times -3 because there's nothing there either. So we can only get rid of B. So how many groups do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, so 3 groups. So I need a positive 3. So A is still good, C is still good, D has a -3, so it's out, okay? And then let's look at what we have in A. So this is saying I have -6, and I am breaking it into 3 pieces. So do I have -6 pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do. And did I break it into 3 groups? Yes, I did. C means I have 3 groups of -6. So that means I would have to have 6 in all of these, which is not what I'm doing here. So my answer in this one is A, because we have a total of -6, and then they broke it into 3 groups, which is what division means. All right. Last one, what expression is represented on the number line? So where does it end? It ends at -15. So remember, that's what it equals. And on this one, they did not label our hops. So how many are we going? 1, 2, 3. So this is -3. This is -3. They're all the same. So we have -3. And then how many -3s do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we multiply that by 5. And remember, it equals -15. And then we could also write that as a division problem because we have all the pieces. So if we were dividing this, we would take our total, which is -15, and we would divide it into 5 hops. And how much was in each hop? -3. Okay, so multiplying or dividing would work there. They both have the same types of numbers: -15, +5, and a -3. And that's counters and number lines.